Well guys, how we doing? At the tractor here now today and got the fuel filters for yesterday. As you can see yourselves, the old ones were bad. They're just here now. You ready? That stuff there was in them, and you know, when I seen that, I said to myself, perfect, could be just filters. No, it wasn't the filters. So when I seen what was in the filters, I said, right, maybe the problem is in the tank itself. So that's what I'm at today. I'm recording with the phone because the GoPro is dead. Never thought of plugging it in, so see how this goes. But basically what I had to do, bring it around here and show you. To gain access, to go off the controller, loader, put it back there. I'll flip the camera to see better. And just leave it hanging there. To go off the filler next so I can see into the tank. Now you won't be able to see in the tank, but there's a filter in that tank. About that size there. And it was absolutely blocked. So to drain the diesel, easy enough to drain it, just that there. This little bung here you take outside the tank, and as you can see in the bung too, there's a lot of crap there on it. So basically just drain all the diesel out of it. And I'm using ordinary hose to wash the tank out. Now bear in mind I will be letting the tank dry out and drain properly before I put diesel back into it. But I'm hoping this will solve my problem. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I may stay fucking digging. So I'm going to say what I'm at. Now the stuff that's coming out of it is red scummy shite, and that is where moisture got into the tank and just built up and just blocked the filter in the bottom of the tank. So I have some of it washed out there now. The filter is starting to clear up a bit, and what I'm going to do is, when I'm finished, hopefully it'll work. I will bring you along for that, let you see if it'll work or not. I have it very well cleaned out there now. I'm going to see if I can show you the filter in the tank. Hopefully the light on the camera on the phone will be able to shine in enough with the camera, and you'll see exactly what I'm at. So, as you can see here now, yeah, you can see it there now. The tank is pretty bad inside, but as you can see, that there is the filter. And that was absolutely blocked. But that's what I have more or less washed there now. The bottom of the tank now it looks bad. So I'm washing in through the filler, and it's coming out here, as you can see. So if that's not the problem, and the filters aren't the problem, it could be the lift pump. But I'm hoping it's not the lift pump, because that lift pump I only put on it 6-8 months ago. So I can't see why it would be the lift pump. So I'm looking at that filter in the tank. When I first looked into that when I drained the diesel, it did not look good at all. It was just covered. It was like looking at a lump of timber in the tank, if that makes sense. But now I can see the daylight through it, so I'm getting somewhere. I am getting somewhere. So I'm going to stay washing out the tank. All I'm using is the ordinary hose off an ordinary tap. It's basically a garden hose, and I have the end where it's putting out the full spray I can, the most force, and that seems to be working. So going to put it back together now shortly, see if we can give it another clean, get some of that rusty stuff out of the bottom of the tank if I can, and see how it goes. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes, guys. Right, so guys, I have the bung and the tank back in. I'm happy enough with how clean the filter is. Tank, I got a small bit cleaner inside, but look, I knew it wasn't going to get spotless anyway. So that's cleaned, bung back in. I'm putting 1 drum of diesel into it just to see where to start and get going right, because I don't want to fill the tank fully if it's not going to be right, if I have to drain it again, which I hope I don't. So 2 new fuel filters, as you can see there. somewhere there. Tank cleaned out. You seen the video, that little filter in the tank, that was completely covered in a red, gooey, stuff like glue, basically. Which indicates moisture and dirt in the tank. Basically what's, you see there, that there. So I'm hoping that was the problem. As I said, I had the 2 filters changed. That's eliminating that side of it. I have the there. I have the filter in the tank cleaned out. That's eliminating that side of it. Hopefully the lift pump is good. Should be, because it's not that old. So probably going to get a little hard to start now, because, you know, with the tank after an empty and that. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully she fires up and works the way I want it to work. So, sorry, stop recording there for a second. So, I'm going to turn the key, see what happens. Now, as I said, I knew it was going to be a bit spluttery anyway, because yesterday she was airlocked and everything. But give it a few minutes. You know, I'm going to let it run there for 10-15 minutes and see how it goes, and then bring it up the road for a spin and see how the power back where it should have. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm covered in diesel, by the way. That's why I'm that's another reason why I'm using the phone. Don't want to get the GoPro covered in diesel, but yeah, fingers crossed, it's fixed. You want to see a repair video? That's as much of a repair as I can get without getting everything destroyed, all the equipment destroyed in diesel. Right, so guys, so far so good. I left it running there in the yard for the best part of an hour. I went out every so often and gave it a bit more rev and a bit more rev just to see what it changed. Seems to be fixed. So that filter in the tank that you've seen in the video was the problem. It was blocked. So a bit of a relief. I'm after driving up and down the road here now and power is back where it should be. Yes, you can still hear that spitting going on, but that will be sorted now as well. That's only minor. That's we reckon that's an O-ring or something now, an injector. There's an injector that's probably just spitting a small bit, but we have the tractor back running. So very happy with it, and powered back where it should be. So I'm going to leave the video at that. I know it wasn't a huge video of doing a repair, but it was awkward what I was doing, so I couldn't really record much. But yeah, shorter video today. Can't say that I'll be this short, some will be longer, as you know. But you know what to do, guys. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Good luck.